Good morning, students. Today we will discuss formation of adjectives. Adjectives gives us more information about people, places, animals and things. That means adjective describe a noun or a pronoun. We all know that. Now, today we will see how some adjectives can be formed from nouns, verbs, and even other adjectives by adding a prefix or a suffix. Suffix. Adjectives can be formed by adding suffixes such as full, us, li, y, able, and so on. So, a suffix is a group of letters placed at the end of a word, such as L, R, able, etc. Let us see some suffixes, the rules and exceptions, and some examples. First, Y. We can add Y as a suffix. For example, here to hairy. But we have to remember one thing. If the word is ending with an E, then we have to remove it before adding Y to it as a suffix. For example, imagine, imaginary. Next, L, AL. We can add L as a suffix. For example, tragic, tragical, nature, natural, intention, intentional. But if the word has an E in the end, then we have to remove it and add L or IAL or UAL. For example, concept to conceptual, commerce to commercial, finance to financial, and fanatic to fanatical. Next, ly. We can add ly as a suffix. For example, earth to earthly, kind, kindly, time, timely, mature, maturely. Next, ous. We can add ous as a suffix. For example, glamour, glamorous. If ending in y, then we have to remove it. I mean the y. For example, mystery. Mystery is turned to mysterious. Here you can see the y is omitted. And in place of y, we have used I. Sometimes words ending with cle are replaced by cul. For example, miracle, miraculous. Next, IVE. We can add IPE to a word as a suffix. For example, description, descriptive. If ending in ION, then we have to remove it and use IPE instead of ION. If ending in E, we have to remove the E. For example, impulse, impulsive. Next, IC. We can add IC as a suffix. For example, artist, artistic. But if the word is ending in Y, we have to remove the word Y. For example, energy, energetic. Next, en. We can add en as suffix. Examples, black, blacken, silk, silken. We can also add some as suffix. For example, trouble, troublesome, dark, darksome, whole, wholesome. We can also add less as a suffix. For example, child, childless, brain, brainless, shame, shameless. We can also add ish as a suffix. For example, child, childish, brown, brownish, book, bookish. We can also add full, if you will, as a suffix. For example, dread, dreadful, play, playful, grace, graceful. But if the word is ending in ty, we have to replace it with I. For example, beauty, beautiful. Here we can see Y is replaced by I. Another example is bounty, bountiful. Here also we can see the Y of the word bounty is replaced by I in the word bountiful. Next, ORY. We can also add ORY as a suffix. For example, advise, advisory, anticipate, anticipatory, compensate, compensatory, introduction, introductory. But here we can see that in the words advise, anticipate, compensate, E is removed and we have used ORY. So children, these were some rules that you have to follow when you are going to add some suffix with a word. Next, formation of adjectives. Here we will see some examples of adjectives formed by adding suffixes to nouns, verb, adjectives. Adjectives formed from noun. Girl, girlish, trouble, troublesome, gold, golden, man, manly, courage, courageous, storm, stormy, envy, envious, danger, dangerous, accident, accidental, length, lengthy, human, humanly, sense, senseless, love, lovable, king, kingly. Here we can see all these now are nouns that is turned into adjective by adding some suffixes to it. Next, adjectives formed from verbs. Enjoy, enjoyable, help, helpful, talk, talkative, tire, tireless, judge, judgmental, forget, forgetful, shake, shakeable, hate, hateful, love, lovable, adjust, adjustable, annoy, annoying, differ, different, see, cynic, speed, speedy. Here we can see there are some verbs like enjoy, help, talk, tire, judge, forget, shake, hate, love, adjust, annoy, differ, see, speed, that are transformed into adjectives by adding some suffixes to it. Now, adjectives formed from other adjectives. We can see 3, green, weak, red, easy, funny, gentle, fine. These all are adjectives. Still, we are adding suffixes to it and forming other adjectives. For example, threesome, greenish, weakly, redden, easier, funnier, gentlest, and finest. Some words ending in ly can be both adjectives and adverbs. This include daily, early, monthly, weekly, nightly, yearly. For example, if we say she gets a weekly payment from her parents, You can see here the word weekly is modifying the noun payment. So here the word weekly is working as an adjective. But if we say I pay my rent weekly, here the same word weekly is modifying the verb pay. So it is working as an adverb. Next, some words ending in ly are only adjectives and not adverbs. This include costly, cowardly, deadly, friendly, likely, lonely, lovely, oily, orderly, scholarly, silly, smelly, timely, ugly, woolly. For example, if we say, we enjoyed the trip to America, but it was costly. Here the word costly is working as an adjective. Next, oily fish is very healthy because it contains omega 3. Here, the word oily is describing the noun fish. So naturally it is an adjective. Next, spelling rules. We don't normally add or take away letters. We simply add the suffix to the end of the word. However, there are some exceptions. So, we have to know the exceptions to avoid any kind of mistakes. Rule 1. We double the final consonant in words that have a short stressed vowel before the final consonant. For example, sun. In the word sun, the final the final letter is a consonant and there is a short stressed vowel before the consonant N. So we have to double the consonant N to make it an adjective. So that is why sun becomes sunny with double N. Next, a Y at the end of a word changes to I. For example, bounty is changed into bountiful. We can see in the word bounty there is a Y which is replaced by I when it is transformed into an adjective, that is bountiful. Next, an E at the end of a word is dropped when the suffix begins with a vowel. For example, fortune. Here, when we are adding the suffix ate, ate, you can see that we have dropped the last letter E of the word fortune and it becomes fortunate. But if the word ends with double E, OE or YE, it remains unchanged. For example, agree, AGREE. Here we can see the word agree is ending with a double E. So, when we will turn it into an adjective, we won't omit any E and it will become agreeable, AGREEABLE. Rule 4. An L is dropped before adding the suffix full to words that end in double L. For example, skill. The word skill is ending in double L. But when we are adding the suffix full to it, we have to drop a L and it will become skillful, SKILFUL. Next, prefix. Prefixes such as an, in, im, il, or change the meaning of adjectives. Adding these prefixes, opposite words or negative words are formed. Un. If we use the prefix un before any word, the meaning changes into a negative. For example, fair, unfair, happy, unhappy, sure, unsure. Next, the prefix is in. Active, inactive, appropriate, inappropriate, complete, incomplete. Next, ir. Responsible, irresponsible, regular, irregular, reducible, irreducible. Next, im. Balance, imbalance, polite, impolite, possible, impossible. Next, ill. Legal, illegal, legible, illegible, logical, illogical. So here we can see when any prefixes is added to a word, the meaning of the word gets changed and it becomes the opposite word of the root word. So students, I hope you have understood it. So let's move to the exercise. Form adjectives from the following nouns by adding ly, full, y, l, able, are, ik, if, ish, less, as, y or li. Time. We have to add the suffix li with the word time and it will become timely. Pain, painful. Wonder, wonderful. Hill, hilly. Pity, pitiful. Here you can see we have to replace the letter y with I when we are adding prefix full to the word pity. So pity becomes pitiful. Health, healthy. Doubt, doubtful. Love, lovable. Here again we have dropped the last letter E from the word love and then we have added the suffix able and it becomes lovable. Next, prince, princely, beauty, beautiful. Again, in the word beautiful, you can see the word Y of the word, the letter Y of the word beauty is replaced with I in the word beautiful. Next, form opposites of the following adjectives by adding im, in, dish or un. So personal, impersonal, rational, irrational, seen, unseen, efficient, inefficient, proper, improper. So students, the rest of the questions that are unsolved will be your homework. You have to complete it. So students, we will end here. Thank you. Have a nice day.